Hello everyone, welcome back to the Wolfpack. I am seriously so excited to see every single one of you today because we're in for a fun one. Which game are we talking about today, Tim? Well, you already know from the title and the thumbnail, we're talking about Fractured Sky, which is a game designed by Max Anderson, Austin Harrison, and Zach Dixon. It's also published by Ivy Studios, who sponsored today's preview video. Now, the link for today's Kickstarter, which is live right now, is in the description below. So, let's roll. A giant star has broken into pieces and fallen into the sea, causing 10 cursed islands to rise from the depths. There's this giant god beast, aka this ginormous octopus, that has been awakened by all of this ruckus, and he has called out to everyone, granting one person one wish. Who that person is going to be the one who has collected the most Starfalls, and that is your goal for this game. But here's the thing, you only get one wish, and that one wish is only going to one person, the one who has collected the most Starfalls by the end of the game. So here's how you play this game. On your turn, you're gonna take 1 out of 3 actions. The first one is to send out your airship. These airships represent your troop power, and you attach them to any of these magnets inside your player tray. The limiter here is that you have 3 ships total, and your maximum troop power cannot go higher than 10. If you happen to go over than 10, you will end up taking a penalty that drops all of your troop power in the end. Now, once you magnetize your troop power to your ship, you can send your ship to any one of these 10 islands that you want. Hold up, Tim, this is my very first time seeing this game. If there are 10 islands to choose from, how do I know where to send my ship? Well, if you remember from earlier, the whole point of this game is to gather the most Starfalls. And we know one piece of information so far. We know exactly where one Starfall is because of this red set of cards. This is the public deck. So if you want to fight over that first spot, then I would send over my ship over to Molten Moor. On top of it, you also notice that if I'm the first ship there, I have this explore spot. Now that means that I can look at one of these hidden Starfall cards. Now here is where the game amps up its mystery, its elusiveness, and its deduction. Because with these blue hidden Starfall cards, that's when you're gonna start making more interesting decisions. Action number 2 is scouting or peeking. Let's say I wanna find out where the hidden Starfall is in the first round of the game, because we know we have 1 Starfall in the Molten Moor. There is also 1 hidden Starfall around here somewhere. If I wanna find out where that is, I'm gonna use the action called Scout. So if I spend 2 gold, which is tracked in your player tray, right up here, if I spend 2 gold, I can use a scouting action, which allows me and me only to look at this hidden Starfall card. In this case, there's a hidden Starfall in the Woeful Wetland. That means that it's going to be located over here. When you scout, you can also take one of the resources listed on the bottom of the card. So if I do that, I can take another player cube and then take that wood resource and then take 1 more here. But now everyone knows that the hidden Starfall has to be at a place where there is a wood. So that is scouting, where you pay 2 gold in order to figure out where that hidden Starfall is. And then you can either choose to take 1 resource from that island. That way everyone knows that, well, at least to limit down the potential options of where that hidden Starfall is. Or you can choose to not gain a resource. And now the question is, where is that island? When are you gonna go to that island? Are you gonna go to it on your next turn, 2 turns from now, 3 turns from now? No one will know. And no one will know where that hidden Starfall is except you. Now you also notice that there are some orange cards up top. These are objective cards, and you can pay 2 of any resource in order to peek at these. Now objectives tell you what condition needs to be fulfilled in order for you to win another Starfall this round, or for any future rounds. But the downside is you will permanently lose the resource cube that you placed there in order to peek. All right, Tim, you told us about how to send out starships, how to find hidden and public Starfalls, scouting, peeking. How do all of these actions link together? Well, in order for you to figure out where you should place your ship, you can peek, you can scout, you can look at objectives and see what to build, when to fight, where to fight. All those things are related to objectives, the orange cards up top. You can also find out your hidden Starfalls. So basically, you're trying to put together all this information in order to figure out where to send off your ships, and then how much troop power you should allocate to that in order for you to either win, tie, or maybe just figure out how many troop power you should allocate in order for you to prioritize how much troop power should I allocate in order to win a specific island. Now that brings us to the next question. What exactly are these hexes right here? They're all over the board and they're linking different islands. They have lines drawn to them. What do those mean? Well, that leads us to action number 3, which is building. If we want to boost the amount of resources that we gain, then we build markets and we place them on any empty hex. The lines that your markets connect to tell you which islands will give you a resource boost. Now, fortresses will act the same exact way, except they give you +1 troop power per island, and they can also stack with other fortresses that you build. Now, those two are permanent bonuses, but the third and final thing that you can build are skimmers. These are temporary ships that give you a +1 to troop power for that round, which further adds to your overall army. Those are the 3 possible actions that you can take on your turn, and that's pretty much what you're doing. You can send out your ships, you can find out more information by peeking and scouting, and then lastly, you can build skimmers in order to add to your troop power. You can build fortresses in order to also add to your troop power, but that's a permanent bonus. Or you can also build markets, which will give you bonus resources at the end of the round. Once a player sends out their third and final airship, they get first dibs at turn order for the next round. And then from there, players that finished last do get compensated with lots of gold that they can use in order to peek and scout for the next turn. So there's a lot of give and take, right? If you race to finish first, yes, you do get first dibs at the public Starfall for the next round, but if you finish last, you not only can you take your time to build out your resources and everything, but you also get compensated with a bunch of gold for 4th and 5th place if you're playing for up to 5 players, but you also get a good amount of gold too if you're playing from 1 to 3 players as well. Now, after everyone has sent out all 3 of their starships, after we figure out turn order, how does scoring work? From there, you're going to remove all your airships, and then bam, numbers are revealed for the troop power per island. Now, you also notice that there are these troops that have white bordered numbers. That means that someone either went all in with a 10 on an island, or they might have bluffed and then went with a 0. Now from there, whoever has the most troop power from their ships and fortresses will gain the first tier of rewards, which of course will be the Starfall on that island if it has one. The second tier of rewards is 2 resources. The third tier is 1 listed resource. And then lastly, tier 4 would mean you get absolutely nothing. Now you also account for the markets in order to give you bonus resources as well if your ships are there. And that's pretty much how the game works, because from there, the hidden Starfalls are going to get shuffled in and then refreshed and then added 1 more for the next round. So if we're going to round 2, then we would have 2 hidden objectives. The public one gets another one face up, and all of our ships come back and our skimmers come back. And then we start a brand new round, starting with the brand new turn order. That, Wolfpack, is Fractured Sky. So thank you to Ivy Studios for sponsoring today's video. If you are all hyped up for Fractured Sky, throw some of these down in the comments below. We need some stars in here because that's what we're ultimately doing, right? We're searching for all these stars. We're looking for those wishes. Once again, it is all linked down below if you want to check out the Kickstarter. Let me know if this is a game you're planning back down in the comments below. I'm super excited to hear what you all think. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.